All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Talking water parks. What the hell is this? Rob Squared! Yeah! Welcome back to the OG. Rob Capizzello. Rob Kappa, the creator of Professional Fanatics. You created this.
Well, no, I would not say that.
I would say that. You did create it. You were the brains behind the operation. I was just the looks.
I'm sorry, since when did you become the brains?
I'm sorry. I've always been the brains.
What? What are you talking about? I thought I was the brains. What the hell am I?
You're the looks.
Well, yeah, of course I'm the looks, but I always thought of myself as the brains and the looks.
No, you're the looks. I'm the brains. Charlie's wild card. That's all. That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest there.
I have the voice for radio. You have the...
Yeah, the dick for radio.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Face to radio.
this
voice
is
for newspaper.
this is upside floor, running back upside floor. I'm going to give him 4 names going in the same round. We're going to choose our upside play. We're going to choose our floor play, and we're going to choose who we're going to pick, who we'd pick when it comes down to it, regardless of upside or floor. I do have a good stat of the day for you. So you remember the Cooper Kupp stat I did last week about his open rating? This is a Devontae Adams stat.
It went horrible. It's just like half each year.
It's so bad. So Devontae Adams' open rating from 2020 to last year was first in 2020, then 6th, then 8th, then 15th, then 14th.
Oh, poor guy.
It's not that good.
He can still play.
Great.
14th.
That's great.
14th overall. It's good. He's still
I love
good.
that for the 5th round.
Yeah.
What does that measure exactly?
Just how often he gets open on routes. How often he beats beats a defender. So compared to the Cooper Kupp one.
Probably not going to matter if he's got Jimmy G as his quarterback.
I guess we'll see about that.
Won't
But
hurt. That's not a stat that will
but
ever hurt you.
he clearly isn't cooked, I guess is the point of that stat.
That's fair.
I guess the way that stat hurts you is if he's so open and doesn't get the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
Then he throws a temper tantrum.
He will. Ooh.
You're right, 'cause
That's what I'm saying.
the Jimmy G stat.
We saw. I mean, he's probably thinking like, "Shit, I just. This is happening again. Like
I
it's
moved
like the
3
third
times.
time.
I moved 3 times and my ex is still my next door neighbor. Like, I still have to lend this fucker sugar.
Yeah, brutal.
I changed my email. I changed my address.
exactly.
I moved.
You need to stop fucking around with my friend, okay? Because you're giving him hope and it's driving the man crazy.
I moved, I changed my email address, my phone number. Okay, he's practically stalking me.
Well, I didn't know all that, so I'm sorry.
States so many times.
All right, I do have one
Jimmy
thing
G.
for you per usual. Jerry Sandusky, I don't know if you saw this, announced the Colts game. He was the announcer of the Colts game.
Was that the rapey guy?
He's talking about us giving off a rapey vibe.
Jay, what the fuck, man?
Well, it's a different Jerry
Wait, I
Sandusky.
mean, which
but
Colts game?
The preseason game.
I thought he was in jail.
It's a different Jerry Sandusky.
God.
I'm just saying.
The name.
My thing is, why did he not change his name?
Oh yeah, like who was the serial killer in the Seinfeld episode?
OJ! OJ Rifkin! Oh, you don't even use a name, it's just initials. Oh, please, please, please change your name to OJ. Please, it would be so great.
Joel Rifkin.
Yeah, Joe Rifkin. Like, why did he not change his name? It's spelled with a G instead of a J. But like,
Just go by
I just
Jer
saw. I
or
was
Jer.
watching the game. I was like, Jerry Sandusky.
Go by Gary.
That was the best thing I saw in that preseason game.
Yeah, because there's certain things that work to your advantage. Like I've heard multiple stories of pizza delivery guys, like someone from a hotel. His name is Michael Jordan.
Could you imagine though if like your kids are having a sleepover and like the parents aren't home and you order a pizza for them and you see the delivery guy as Jerry Sandusky? It's like,
Who is it?
It's Little Nero, sir. I have your pizza.
Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here.
all right, running back upside floor. We got 4 names here in each kind of round going around the same area. We're going to pick our upside play, we're going to pick our floor play, and we're going to choose who we would take in a vacuum among these guys.
Yeah, these guys right here.
So if you have the same guy for upside and floor, you're probably going to have that guy as your choice.
Well, I'm excited about this podcast strictly because it's a nice exercise to go through and see range of outcomes, right? You might not think about upside floor for someone like Tyrone Tracy, but when you start looking into what his production means and what the bell curve shows you, it gives you a sense of where he could slot in on different teams.
And sometimes you're not necessarily just drafting in a vacuum. Sometimes you have a lot of upside players, you need a floor play. Sometimes you have a lot of steady eddies, maybe you want to shoot for the moon, and this is a good exercise for that.
Yeah.
So first group here, we have CMC, Derrick Henry, Ashton Genty, and Devin A. Chain. All going end of the first, early seconds, and this is PPR. We're going on PPR here. Story, who's your upside play?
Well, I think this one's pretty much a given. I'd be surprised if everybody didn't have CMC as his upside, right? The upside for Christian McCaffrey is not just running back 1, but it's somewhere in the top 5 of all fantasy players in 2025. Of course, his floor is literally 0. I don't think it will be this year, but that is the floor. You look back at his RB1 overall finish in 2023, as well as the rush share and target share he received in limited action last year. First in routes per team dropback, third in target share, first in air yards per target. With a couple of injuries in the San Fran backfield and the wide receiver core, assuming health, CMC is going to crush expectations this year. He is the upside play of upside plays.
Kappa, upside?
So my upside is actually going to be A-Chan. He's the one guy that I remember playing against week after week and just being like, man, this is such an X factor. I don't feel comfortable playing against him here.
I did not have an answer, but thinking about it, I'm going to go A-Chain, believe it or not. And I'll tell you why. I think CMC is actually more of a floor play this year. No, he's not going to be my floor answer, but A-Chain is just such more of a dynamic player where he could take anything to the house, where I just don't see the explosive plays from CMC. Now, if he scores 18 touchdowns, he will be the upside play. Give me A-Chain just based on his efficiency he had, the volume he had last year.
So if you put together efficiency and the efficiency from year 1 and the volume for year 2, if those come together, I see the case. I still don't know with that offense how there's any way that he is the number 1 overall.
Well, it's the upside if that offense is better too. Like there's more variables. That's why it's an upside
They need to get back to 2022 numbers.
CMC has more ways this can happen just based on the fact he plays in the Niners.
Right. Well, that's also weak schedule, like a super easy schedule for Stanford. I get it. I can see it. I'm sticking with CMC.
I just don't know. Like CMC needs to do it in the back of crazy touchdown numbers, which he's in the past.
Which he's done.
Which I'm not saying he can't, but he had more explosive. I think he's a little zapped. And I love CMC this year. I have him ranked ahead of A-Chain. But I just see the upside of A-Chain. It's real close. Like I said, I didn't have an answer. Who's your floor, Story?
Ashton Genty. So for me, I know
over Derrick Henry.
Yeah. You went Derrick Henry as your floor play?
Well, I don't know.
I get it. I can see any. I mean, this one.
No, Ashton Genty is the.
Yeah, this one. This group feels like a toss-up. It's going to get more difficult, but for Genty, he is super expensive in drafts, especially as a rookie. But if you're looking for a solid floor, I think he's the rookie to target. There are no challengers to Genty's workload in the backfield. Plus, they have a narrow target tree in the passing game. They got Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, and maybe Donta Thornton there.
Yeah, Donta Thornton, the
counselor's favorite. But it opens up a big opportunity for Genty to be a playmaker in the passing game. So his overall workload is still a projection, but it's a massive projection. And even in negative game scripts, which are bound to face, I don't think he's coming off the field much at all.
No, and also, like opposed to Henry, you have the passing game volume that Genty should see.
Correct.
What is your floor cap?
CMC. If he's healthy,
Right. Take away the injuries, like what I was saying, the floor thing.
If anyone's been playing fantasy more than starting just this year, they know CMC is a established stalwart in terms of the top picks. So CMC in terms of the floor, if he's healthy, I can't assume injury. I don't want to assume injury.
I just don't see him being a number 1 overall running back anymore, which is crazy to say because he was that for so long,
I can still see it. So it's with him. I think his peak is 25 points per game. His basement's 15. So I think that floor. I don't know if any other player in the entire draft has that type of floor.
Full PPR, baby. Give me the catches. Yeah. My floor is Derrick Henry, just safe and steady, right? Like, even last year with that amazing year, he wasn't RB1, and he wasn't even RB2. I think Bijan beat him in full PPR, and that was such a good year. He's going to probably replicate that because he scores 18 touchdowns in this offense. Easy, right? Every game he scores a touchdown.
Right.
The ceiling isn't quite there with Derrick Henry. He is a safe play to me, where if I just want to lock in a top 5 running back, I'm getting that with Derrick Henry.
I think you can make an argument for upside case and floor case. Upside case for any of the 4 and floor case for any of the
Yeah, this is a tough one. Who are you picking? So who is your... I think you're taking Derrick Henry, if I recall.
Yeah, that's true. I argued for CMC and Ashton Genty, but I'm still taking Derrick Henry.
Who are you taking in this range?
I'm not going to bet against a guy until he doesn't...
Who do you have ranked highest?
CMC is my...
CMC is your pick.
Yeah. So when I initially started doing my best ball drafts, maybe a month and a half ago, CMC was in the middle of the second round.
Yeah, and now he's up to the 7th pick.
I don't know how much of that's carrying over, but in terms of the fact that he's in the high first round now, or I know he's still continuing to drop.
He probably goes highest among these guys on average. I mean, he does, but like in home leagues, it'll vary widely. I didn't have an answer again. This is so tough. I'm probably taking CMC, but A-Chain and Henry are right there. Genty is lowest on my list.
I agree. So that
Lowest on
was
my
my
list.
curiosity.
Yours as well?
Who's the lowest on each of your lists?
Yeah, but I'm not opposed to getting Genty where he's being drafted. I think his...
Because he had -1 yards in the preseason game, didn't you know? that dropped him 3 spots in ADP.
Well,
Is that wild or what?
Apparently, Trevion Henderson is the next Walter Payton.
All right, you ready for some juicier ones?
Here we go.
All right, next tier here, we have end of the second, early third guys. We have Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving, and Chase Brown. Story.
Yeah, I think I'm going to surprise you because you might think that my upside would be Jonathan Taylor based on our last conversation, but I'm going with Bucky Irving here. Irving was, I know, yeah, but he was the third most efficient running back last year on the ground, believe it or not, alongside with a 90th percentile player in rush yards over expected. So he's shown tremendous receiving props and propensity to generate targets out of the backfield, which with Rachaad White sidelined for a little bit and an indefinite amount of time, realistically, I think it raises the overall ceiling for Bucky Irving. If he actually becomes the workhorse for this prolific passing attack, there's huge upside with Bucky Irving. I think top 5. Easy.
Wow.
Kappa? My upside is JT. The entire offense is designed around JT. The quarterbacks, it's Richardson, Jones. So that variable has essentially been eliminated. I think they can manage the playbook to be, if Richardson's in, good. If he's hurt, then Jones can kind of step in and do the exact same thing, with the idea being that Taylor is the focal point of the offense. So we were talking about it before, Simmons, where like, well, he's only had 20 catches the last couple of years. I think I see 40, 50 catch. I think he's the focal point of this offense. I think everything goes through him as long as he stays healthy. Quarterback changes to be damned, because before it was Richardson to Flacco. It cannot be two more polarized.
Right, you had to change the offense for those guys.
They're completely different offenses. Like, you can't do the same bootlegs and play all that stuff. So I think the offense is catered towards Taylor, around Taylor, and the quarterback is the secondary thing, trying to develop and figure out what they have with the quarterback.
It's a good point. I also have your man, JT. And you said the 50 catch thing. Like, he did have a 46 catch year.
Yeah.
So like, it's not like Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's never had a 40 catch year. I think his max is ever 22. So like, Jonathan Taylor has not the elite upside, but he could have a top 15 running back finish and catches, which a guy with the rushing chops he has, the red zone, the goal line work, all that stuff, the ability. Yeah. That's why JT's my upside. It's really not close. I don't know. I love it.
The guy more likely to have the rushing title in terms of yards.
Yeah, but we're talking PPR here, and so for me, they don't use Jonathan Taylor as much as they should in the passing game. And we don't know Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones. One is better for Jonathan Taylor than the other. So I get it. No, for rushing title, like Jonathan Taylor.
Well, so I'm saying that's your baseline, right?
Yeah. Well, I think your baseline's catches. So with Bucky Irving,
well, no, if you can get, let's say you can get the 1,400 rushing yards, if you can go from 20 to 50 catches, 40 catches.
We'll say 40. We'll say 40. Realistic 40. Yeah.
And call an extra 2, 3. You're talking extra 50.
What is your Bucky Irving upside for catches? I have a number in my head. Upside.
Oh, upside?
Yeah. 60?
No, more than that.
No.
Remember what Alvin Kamara did that?
Yeah, but he's not Alvin Kamara.
I think 75.
Ooh, wow. That's crazy.
Dude, I mean, Rachaad White, this is an injury that could keep him nagging all year.
What is your floor story?
It's Josh Jacobs. It's Jacobs, and it's not even close. His 2024 season really reminded us how valuable he is to the Packers and to an offense. Jacobs has a really physical running style that works with LaFleur's power-oriented running game. It helped move the Packers away from a committee under LaFleur that they had previously and more to a lead back. So regardless of the offensive struggles last year, which I think was in no small part to the Jordan Love injury, Jacobs was a steady Eddie. He handled a heavy workload week in and week out. He had more than 20 touches in more than half his games last year.
That's what he does.
So the current depth behind him is unlikely to push Jacobs off the field in any meaningful way. Plus, injuries to the rest of them. Jacobs feels like a really solid floor guy.
All right, Caps, floor.
I'm with Jacobs as well. Jacobs was one guy that I went to the beginning of last year. The story we're talking about this before the pod. I was like, I bet him score a first touchdown or a touchdown the first 4 or 5 weeks.
Didn't get it.
But then
every game he added after that.
Yeah.
All right, mine's going to probably surprise you. My floor is actually Chase Brown. And I know a lot of people see him as an upside play. For me, the upside is a little limited just based on how much they throw around the goal line, to where JT, like Kappa said, the offense runs through JT, right? Josh Jacobs going to get a lot of goal line work. We haven't Bucky Irving, there's more of a question on his role. Chase Brown is going to be on the field a lot. They throw a lot. He's going to have a lot of receptions. Behind him, they have nothing. Samaje Perine, we know what he is. Taj Brooks is a rookie. Chase Brown is going to be featured heavily. He's not going to get the usage in terms of he's going to have the snaps here. He's not going to have the touches some of these other guys are going to have. But the PPR aspect of Chase Brown is unreal, unmatched by any of these other guys. So I love him as a floor play. I love his upside too. I can't put it over a guy JT that I've seen be RB1 overall. And he had the Saquon Barkley year. Like, I just don't think Chase Brown's capable of the Saquon Barkley year, which is why it's not my upside.
Well, I mean, we looked at it. How many attempts did Joe Burrow have last year?
So many. And he's going to continue to. They're just going to continue to throw the ball to those receivers on the goal line. And I'm not saying he's not going to have 10 rushing touchdowns, but can he have 16? I don't think so.
He doesn't have the rushing chops that JT has.
No.
But he's got, I mean, yeah, I see that.
60, 70 catches, man. Yeah. I love that. Who are you taking in this round?
This round, I'm still going JT. So again, even though
you didn't have him on your list, doesn't matter. That's the point of this exercise. You're JT. I am JT.
JT is my most drafted.
Wand of Trust.
Dude. Oh, I am so jealous of you. Oh, yeah.
What are you guys doing in my mom's room?
Yeah, we all agree. So, okay, next tier we have Kyron Williams. This is a third round, bleeding into the fourth round. Kyron Williams, Breece Hall, Amarian Hampton, and James Cook, who just recently signed his deal. This should make it interesting. I'm going to start off this time. My upside's Breece Hall. You're going to hate this. It's Breece Hall, man. It's an upside play. There's a lot of questions about Breece Hall and his role in the offense, but if the offense is better than we think, which I think it will be.
And a running quarterback's leading
efficiency
touches out of the backfield.
If he gets the role that he should get, as much as I love Braylon Allen, if he gets a 70%, 75% share, Breece Hall is going to smash over all these guys. PPR, baby. Who he led the position in receptions 2 years ago.
Okay, I don't see it at all. I
know you don't.
Any way
that's why I wanted to go first.
Breece Hall is there.
That's fine.
So
Who's your upside?
It's Amarian Hampton. He's probably the second rookie to reach for in 2025. The dude is 6 foot, 220 pounds. He's primed for a big workload in the NFL. He landed in a beautiful situation in LA under Jim Harbaugh, head coach, and new offensive coordinator Greg Roman, both of whom really heavily favor the running game. It looks to fit Hampton's skill set very, very well. And apparently Najee Harris just wants to show up as a Pirate. Right?
He is, I don't want to be a Pirate.
That eye injury is very concerning. Hampton has first-round draft capital. It's going to push him into a big workload as early as week one, when with very little behind him, Kamani Vidal is really nothing this year.
No.
I think it's Hampton.
Caps?
I was trying to find a place for Hampton. It makes...
Well, the only place on this list would be upside in my mind.
Exactly.
You can't say floor, right?
That's why I'm bringing it up right now, because I was trying to find a place for him. The Harbaugh Chargers remind me a little bit of the Lions, the Campbell Lions, where it's just like, here's our identity. We're just gonna be more physical. We're just gonna win in the trenches. We're gonna do this, that, and the other. However, with that, my upside is Breece Hall. Is that I know it's going to be a rushing offense. I know the idea of the offense, the identity of the offense, is we're just going to pound it. And if that is what they're going to try and force down people's throats, if it works, Breece Hall is going to be that spark plug.
Yeah, an RB1.
Obviously, Fields will be a variable with it. He's going to be the variable that makes him effective. And then I love Allen. Allen's probably my probably the top 3 most drafted running back I have in best ball.
We all love Braylon Allen.
Give me Braylon Allen.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Caps.
Best ball, but I love Breece Hall because his upside, if it clicks the way Aaron Glenn wants it to click, the offense is obviously going to be a rushing offense. So,
all right, my floor, easy as hell. Kyron Williams, steady Eddie, man. Touchdowns, not a lot of catches, but good offense, even without Stafford. I think he's more immune to the Stafford injury than Puka and Devontae Adams would be. They're just going to run the ball. Kyron's my floor. I think it's pretty easy.
It was really, really close, but I'm going with James Cook on this. Actually. Okay. And I changed that today.
Mr. 200 touch, James Cook?
Well, I was actually running a little behind, and my wife was asking me, what's the pod about tonight? What do you guys on? I'm like, I can't talk right now. I'm trying to change this. So for me, I think
a good husband.
Yeah, I know. So I think his holding worked, right? So they agreed to a 4-year, $48 million extension.
Pretty low.
$30 million guaranteed is insane for a running back. So that's out of the way. And he's once again poised to lead the backfield for one of the NFL's top offenses. Last season, he finished as the RB11 in points per game in PPR, believe it or not. So he was.
That's with scoring 18 touchdowns, though.
True,
That's
but he was
scary.
the top 12 running back in 9 out of 16 games, and among 31 running backs with 150 carries, he ranked 6th in yards per carry, 6th in EPS per rush, and 11th in success rate. Those are all really good metrics. The Bills finished with the 4th highest rush rate last year. This is a running team, believe it or not. This is what they want to do. Bottom line, so while not mind-blowing production metrics, there's enough usage share in a top 3 offense with Josh Allen at the helm and a cohesive offensive line for James Cook to have another consistent year.
All right, floor.
My floor, Simmons, Kyron. It's
Lockstep. He does it every year.
He does do
I'm
it.
trying to find my words here. I think he took hold of the backfield significantly last year.
And got paid, too. You know,
There's
that's
a lot
the thing.
of hype. There's a lot of expectations, I should say, within the Rams organization. So I think the fact that the expectations are so high, they're going to be more than likely to not test the waters with those younger guys like Corum, things like that. Kyron Williams is essentially locked in as a stalwart. Like you said, if Stafford misses the first 2-3 games or whatever, Jimmy G, Kyron is going to be his security blanket.
Yeah.
Because we know the history with him and Devontae.
And I hate Kyron. You know, I'm not a Kyron guy.
It's nice you can hang your hat on a narrow
Kyron, I
kind
have
of
zero
tree
And
of production within
I'm
that
very
offense.
scared
I have
because
zero Kyron. I have zero Kyron, but I think he's the best player.
the player I'm picking here is also Kyron.
No way.
Yeah. And I'm not a Kyron guy.
You said Kyron?
No, I'm picking Amari Hampton.
I thought you said Kyron for floor.
I did for
my
floor. I'm
floor-
also picking.
my
I'm
floor-
also picking
yeah,
Kyron. In a vacuum, I'm picking Kyron.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to Hampton.
You're going Hampton, Kappa?
JT.
No, that's I would take JT too. Brees Hall, Kyron. Yeah.
Excuse me. Brees.
You're going Brees. Right, next tier here, Alvin Kamara, Chuba Hubbard, Kenneth Walker, and James Conner. These guys are 4th to 5th round picks and mid 4th to mid 5th. Go ahead, Story.
Upside. Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
Tiny dancer.
This guy calls him the tiny dancer, but it's Kenneth Walker.
He is a
He's
tiny
the
dancer.
unquestioned starter in Seattle, right? Since his rookie year, even after they drafted human wrecking ball Zach Charbonnet in the 2nd round in 2023. You see him bounce off linebackers, Zach Charbonnet?
Yes.
It's crazy.
He's good.
But see, Walker's still the starter there. So he didn't reach 1,000 yards or double-digit touchdowns last year, but that's fine, right? He's finally in an offensive system that really suits his play style under Clint Kubiak. Kubiak's outside zone running scheme really heavily favors Walker's kind of dancing, bounce to the outside play style, home run hitting style, right? He had a .48 forced missed tackle rate, which is one of the highest in the league last year, 13th in broken tackles per attempt. And he's got an under-the-radar receiving profile. He was 12th in receptions at running back last year, despite only playing 11 games. Kubiak's creative use of space should allow him to get more in the passing game there. He's got a shot to finish, I think, inside the top 8, maybe top 6 this year.
Wow. Caps, upside.
Upside. I absolutely hate all these running backs. I honestly have zero share.
Tell us how you really feel.
My upside is Hubbard. And I don't have a good reason. My good reason is that there is a stench that's left over from the Panthers from last year, where even though Hubbard had a hell of a year, it's been forgotten. And I think that they cannot be worse than last year. Is just my general thoughts of it. So
Workload, baby.
Hubbard, like the fact that he's getting drafted undervalued already. I know Rico Dowdle, I think it was.
Yeah, he's okay.
But I don't think there's a huge competition for it. I think Hubbard has the most upside because he's already undervalued based on the team being so crappy. And I think the team has a chance to not be the first seed, but maybe a surprise playoff team.
Yeah, Trevor Etienne, the rookie, who's just bad. He fumbled his first, it was a punt return, but like that's an Etienne move. Just anyone named Etienne. But yes it is. Went to Florida. Kind of a bum.
Finished at Georgia.
Oh, so maybe it was at Georgia. I was confusing those two programs.
Well, he was at Florida for 2 years anyway.
See, I know my shit.
Yeah.
How about that? My upside, tiny dancer, Kenneth Walker. Very, very polarizing pick. A lot of things can go wrong. Charbonnet could eat into his workload. If that doesn't happen,
That's
if
why it's
they're
an
a little
upside
better,
pick, right?
if they're a little better than we think, Kenneth Walker is that guy. That's that perfect age of kind of a post-type sleeper in a way because he's always kind of gotten hurt. And just we've seen flashes. We just never seen him put it all together in a whole year. 3-game stretches, 4-game stretches. This could be a top 5 to 8 running back. It could also be a bad pick.
Could be a disaster.
So
this is someone that I always have a blind spot for.
My floor, I'll get into my floor. Chuba Hubbard. I think he is a safe. I think he's a safe guy that's just penciled in for 18 touches. I think Rico Dowdle was brought in as insurance. Look at the contracts they gave both of them. Good player, more of a passing down specialist than Chuba is. Although we did see Chuba had 43 catches last year for an awesome 170 yards.
Yeah,
he's just a guy.
The pass catching profile for him is a little suspect, which leads me to Alvin Kamara as my floor play. So in a PPR, Chuba goes 15 carries for 48 yards and gets one reception.
It's a touchdown upside, even though we're talking about touchdown upside and a bad offense. But is it going to be as bad as we think? I just know
Probably
Chuba
not.
Hubbard's workload is as good as Kamara, and there's no way that offense is bad as the Saints.
No,
there's no way. That's the
but
difference.
Kamara is one of the most consistent fantasy players on a week-to-week basis. Right, he's going to catch passes, and in PPR format, that's gold. Last year, he had 68 catches for 583 yards, which is just nuts. 583 receiving yards.
He missed some games, too.
He's still quick, elusive. He looks to be a safety valve for a struggling offensive line, a struggling quarterback in Tyler Shugg, probably. Saints are going to need some consistency somewhere, and either Kendre Miller or Devin Neal, neither one offers a pass-catching upside at Kamara. So even at 30 years old, he's probably past the age cliff, but if you can get back to 70, 80 catches from years past, he again, assuming health, he should post really consistent weekly numbers.
Didn't he start his career with 3 straight years of 81 catches? Remember that?
Did he catch 81 his
three
rookie
straight,
year? His
three
rookie
straight,
year, even though he didn't come on the field until like week 6? Wow.
3 straight.
There you go.
Caps. Give me your floor.
My floor is Hubbard. Recently paid man.
So you have upside and floor for Hubbard.
I do.
Wow. He loves Hubbard.
If I were to, out of this group, I do.
So are you also taking Hubbard, I'm guessing? You're choosing?
No.
No, are you going to take him? Is it your pick in this 4? For the pick in the vacuum. Are you taking Hubbard?
No, yeah.
Who's your pick? Kamara?
Kamara. Yeah.
Who's your pick?
It's really close because I love Alvin Kamara. This guy has been on my radar for many, many years. But I'm probably going Kenneth Walker because I don't think Kamara has anywhere near the upside that Kenneth Walker can.
You like to live dangerously.
I do like to live dangerously.
Yeah, see, what's funny is my pick is Alvin Kamara. Wasn't on my list, wasn't on his list for upside or floor, but I'm just going to take the guy that, similar to my Kyron pick. I know, I actually don't play fantasy like a pussy, believe it or not. I play aggressive. But in these ranges with these questionable running backs, I don't necessarily think they're going to be. The problem with Kamara is end of the season. I don't know if they're going to trade him. Is he going to be on the team? Are they going to sit him like they did last year because he had a little minor injury?
Get dinged up a
but
little bit.
I don't need him to be because I need him to get me there. And then I'll figure it out later. It's a 5th-round pick, right? I know Kamara's going to be awesome early in the year. That's why I'm taking Kamara.
That's fair. Kamara's going to be
PPR,
awesome,
baby.
but again, if you miss out on Kamara's season, it's not going to break you. If you miss out on Kenneth Walker's upside season, that's going to hurt.
But Kenneth Walker could break you.
True.
Where Kamara's not going to break you until maybe the end of the year when he breaks down.
Play to win.
That's what you say.
Ain't first, you're last.
You gotta spend money to make money. That's a fucking story quote. All right, next group here. This is a really interesting one. We have Travion Henderson. So these guys are all going, I'd say, 6th round, roughly, 5th, 6th round. Travion Henderson, R.J. Harvey, David Montgomery, and DeAndre Swift. Very interesting.
Yeah,
I know
it
Swift is not on any of your list, Cap, Story.
No, he's
okay.
not even close.
Who's your upside story?
R.J. Harvey. So you're going to see a theme.
How did I
here.
know that?
Yeah. So this is the 3rd rookie that I'm really targeting in 2025. So despite his diminutive size, right, he's relative to Marin Hampton at least, right? He's 205 pounds. He should still see plenty of work, even if Dobbins gets the veteran treatment, right, the starter, especially in the passing game. And in a Sean Payton offense, which has regularly supported 2 fantasy stars, right, 2 fantasy viable running backs, with Dobbins' long-term injury history, I think there's a really good chance that Dobbins maybe starts hot, tails off, or gets dinged up. Harvey could be thrust into a starting job much quicker than we think. And this is a very friendly environment, especially for a pass-catching running back. There's, scrubs behind both Dobbins and Harvey. So for me, I'm going with another rookie here.
Caps, upside.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. Henderson. It's not because of the highlights.
Preseason darling.
Well, the highlights do help. The highlights help justify the thought. It's more Vrabel.
Vrabel.
Yeah. And is it Stevenson Haight? Do we hate Stevenson?
Well, he's hurt now too.
Yeah, but like he's more of just who's better right now, Stevenson or Dobbins? It's tough.
I think Stevenson.
Stevens is probably better.
Yeah, probably edges him out.
Well, I would trust Stevenson more, I should say.
The fumbling issue, though, that's the problem.
Well,
Stevenson has a fumbling issue. Dobbins has a health issue.
That's what I'm saying. At least he's there to fumble.
Stevenson's more likely to get benched. Dobbins more likely to get hurt. Both question marks.
Well, I think Stevenson's likely to score 3 touchdowns as he is to fumble.
Stevenson.
I bet you had as many multi-touchdown games as he did fumbles.
Stevenson has a better chance to keep Travion Henderson off the field than Dobbins does R.J. Harvey.
I don't know, man. Dobbins was good last year.
He was.
Dobbins
good.
was better last year than Stevenson was.
I remember
better environment.
I remember
but
Nick couldn't give away Dobbins even
I know,
when he was performing.
I know
because
we all know what Dobbins is.
My concern with Henderson is, I don't know why I get this vibe, but he's like a Devin Hester. He's just ultra athletic. Just give him the ball against lesser competition, especially in the preseason.
Who are you talking about?
Henderson.
Oh,
Henderson.
Yeah.
He's just gonna he's
that is a concern.
So much more athletic. I don't know that Henderson. I'm just sure.
Which offense is going to be better next year?
Well, I think he can
the Broncos or the Patriots.
I don't know. He's not Hester in that sense. He can't.
Broncos should be better.
Anyways, to move on, Henderson is my upside because with the new coach, all that, I think it makes sense where he can pop off.
I see it
with that talent. Yeah.
Did you give us your upside?
No, so I had Henderson written down, but you know what? Thinking about it, I've been kind of flip-flopping on DJ Moore love and Swift. I'm actually going Swift upside here, just based on the recent reports out of Bears camp. I'm a Roschon guy. I mean, as much as one can be a Roschon guy. And you like Kyle Minogue guy.
I like Kyle Minogue.
We're talking about Henderson, Harvey, Montgomery. Montgomery's not even a starter there. These two guys have a lot more to overcome. They're rookies. Swift has nothing to overcome. Swift's upside is he is the 3-down back, relative, whatever that means in Chicago, as in like from day one, 3-down back, where these other guys are not going to be day one 3-down backs. They might be day one upside.
Swift is not getting the goal line carries there.
Maybe.
I doubt it.
I don't know. He had some of them
Ben
last year.
Johnson hates him. He's got to overcome that.
So you're guaranteeing me, you're going to guarantee me Harvey's getting the goal line work?
No, I don't
Okay, you're guaranteeing me Henderson's getting the goal line work?
No, but
so what are we talking about?
Harvey's getting the pass catching work.
And Swift's getting the pass catching
They're
work.
not going to dump off to the running back there. Everything's going to be short.
Well, last year Swift was with Ben Johnson. He had 75 targets.
The last year he was with
75 targets, 60 catches. I don't know. This is the upside play because I'm so thinking about it in my head. I was about kind of DJ Moore, but it's so crowded there. The one constant this offense has right now is DeAndre Swift.
Okay.
And I think he's an underrated player. So who is your floor, Story?
David Montgomery. I don't really think there's much of an argument. So he showed out as the RB14 on per game basis over the last 2 years, and that's after they added Jahmyr Gibbs. In 2024, he was a top 20 running back in 11 out of 14 games. He benefits from an elite offense that put him in a position to rack up touchdowns. I don't expect much to change in Detroit, even with Ben Johnson going to the Bears. I do think that they're going to return to earth, though, after their lofty, 10th most points scored all time. But even with that, they boast one of the best offensive lines in the league. The Lions have shown a propensity to use both backs, and both have been really productive in this offense. So that 89, actually, he's also got an 84% catch rate and 2.2 targets per game, icing on the cake.
He had more catches last year. He had 30 catches last year.
I think it's a solid floor here.
And he missed some games. Okay. Is that your floor as well?
Monty? Yeah.
I know it's the obvious pick.
Who's the most likely to score a touchdown per game?
Monty.
Yeah. Easy. That's it.
There you go.
I actually have Swift as my floor. I guess I'm about Swift. It's also going to be my pick in this range. With Henderson being a close second, I like all these guys. Monty is last for me. Like I said, I was going safe with the other running backs. At this point, I'm going to go more upside because it's more 5th, 6th round. And I just see Swift's workload, man. And I can't get off the fact that there's a chance the Bears' offense is great. No, it's not a big chance. But worst case scenario, it's way better than last year.
I'm going R.J. Harvey. That's my pick.
That's your pick?
Yeah.
Who's your pick?
Swift.
Last tier of running backs: Tyrone Tracy, Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne, and Jordan Mason. These guys are about 8th or 9th, 10th round.
Love it.
I have a question mark for my upside, but I think I'm going to go Javonte Williams. And it's just on the off chance that he is back to somewhat health. I like the Cowboys offense. They get back to a little bit of what they were a couple years ago, and the other guys are question marks behind them. It's Javonte Williams. It's not a safe pick at all, but at this point, who knows? It could be a boring pick. It looks like a boring pick right now, but there is the outside chance this pick crushes.
Yeah, my upside is Tyrone Tracy. So, although Cam Scatterbo, they drafted him out of Arizona State this year, is breathing down his neck. Tracy should open the year as the Giants' lead back. If you listen to what the reports are saying,
he was always going to, and now there's the injury.
There's an injury to Cam Scatterbo. So Tracy, as we know, is a former college wide receiver. He flourishes in the receiving game. He's got amazing open field ability. Scatterbo, the big thing coming out of camp for him, not only the injury, but he's a liability in pass protection, and that really ticks coaches off. So,
he tries hard. He just misses.
Well, he's currently sitting out with a hamstring injury.
No, I'm saying he whiffs on the block.
Oh,
so he tries to.
Yeah,
it's just
but
he's a willing
bad.
blocker.
That's bad.
Yes.
So from week 5 on last year, so 12 games, Tracy managed 7 top 20 weeks at the position. And this is why the Giants were averaging the second fewest points per game and the third fewest yards per game. So if Russell Wilson and or Jackson Dart can drag this team from mediocrity into at least serviceable as an offense, as the lead back, Tracy has an outside chance to jump into the top 20, I'd say, 15.
What would you say his upside potential is?
That's what I'm saying.
It should be touchdown potential.
Oh, touchdown potential?
Not much.
I don't.
6 to 8.
That's
maybe
the
9.
problem. I would say 8 is probably the
but it's PPR. We're looking
I would
at.
argue that's the way you pop off, is you score double digits.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all are enamored with what Cam Scatterbo did in the college football playoffs last year. But you go back to the regular season, he was good, but there's a reason that he's a third-round pick and not a first-round pick.
Yeah. What's your upside?
Well, obviously, Javonte Williams.
We love Javonte.
Because the story just says perfectly. You're not in love with many of these guys at all. Tracy was probably my consideration, just because when I'm looking for upside, I'm looking for the guy who's going to start at the beginning of the year and has a chance to hold on to that job. Not someone that's going to try and overtake someone that either had an injury or poor performance, right? So Javonte Williams, to me, with that offense, I just see it. I don't. There's something about it. It's going to hum to me. With Pickens, with Lamb, and then with Dak back, it's Javonte Williams to me is a double-digit touchdown guy. So
I love it. I love it. Okay, so my floor, Tyron Tracy, kind of what he said. It could be the upside guy. I just love the PPR aspect there. I think the team's going to be in a lot of really close games. They have a great defensive line. Tyron Tracy's job until further notice. And a little worried about late season, but that's my floor.
Yeah, my floor is also Tyron Tracy. And this is kind of by default, right? All 3 of the other guys I want nothing to do with. Javonte Williams has not regained any explosiveness or even his form after 2 years removed from a knee injury, which he should have by now. And he's got a capable cast around him, right, in Miles Sanders and Jaden Blue, the rookie.
You said a capable cast with Miles Sanders?
I think he does very much. He's showing off in camp right now.
Only 27.
Travis Etienne, everybody's hurt.
Etienne is the wild card.
Yeah,
Williams is not hurt.
He's facing a frustrating weekly committee where the top scorer could be him, Bigsby, or Tootin any given week. And then you're going to be miserable with Jordan Mason's performance if he doesn't score a touchdown. Absolutely miserable.
Yeah. Who's your floor, Caps?
Floor is Etienne.
Ooh.
I don't think he's cooked in Jacksonville yet. I think the offense could be. I see the potential, as long as Cohen can gel it together. I see the potential for a high-scoring offense, and ETN I think could be a focal part of that. So
yeah, he's definitely the passing down back. My pick is Tyron Tracy, though. As much as I want to take Javonte Williams, I'll take Tracy over.
Yeah, it would be crazy if
you taking Tracy.
Well,
you have to take Tracy.
It'd be crazy if I had him for both and didn't take it, but. Yeah, no, I'm going Tracy.
Are you going?
I want Williams for vacuum.
Love it.
I think he has the most upside, touchdown upside.
All right, let's power through a couple quarterbacks here to end it off. First tier, Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, Dak Prescott, and Drake May. All these guys are going quarterback 10 to quarterback 14. So front-end starters, first guy off the board for bench players. Upside for me, Caleb Williams. It's the upside. I don't know what the floor is. Give me the upside of Caleb.
Yeah, I'm going with Dak Prescott. We're only 1 year removed from Prescott being the number 2 vote getter in MVP voting, right? Don't forget that. He's got his big concerns have revolved around injuries, either the offensive line or his own injuries. But in 2025, he's healthy now. The Cowboys' defense is bottom of the pack, and he's got the best wide receiver 2 in George Pickens that he's ever had. So the running, as we know, the running game is a complete mess there. In 2023, Prescott finished with 4,500 passing yards and 36 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions.
Big time.
With the strength of the Cowboys again being the passing game, Prescott's numbers this year could look very similar to that 2023 MVP caliber season.
Upside, Caps.
Oh, easy, Dak.
Easy Dak.
Easy Dak. He's one of my highest drafted receivers in best ball. Receiving core, defense, questionable. Running game, questionable. Like, I love Javonte for an upside guy, but if that doesn't pan out, then Dak's throwing 40 touchdowns. So.
Yeah, I had Caleb just because his sneaky rushing upside kind of could vault him ahead of some, and the Ben Johnson factor. Like if this offense is great, which I don't think it's going to be, but I'm not saying I'm taking him first. We'll see. We'll get to that later. Floor, Brock Purdy, easy as hell. I'm sure you probably have Brock Purdy.
It's Drake May for me.
Wow,
yeah,
because the rushing. So Brock Purdy just easy as cake schedule.
I get it. I get that. Yeah. But he's like wide receiver injuries are a big problem there.
They were a problem last year too, though.
Yeah, but okay. So May was the number 3 overall pick last year. He had in his 11 starts, he had 2,200 passing yards, 15 touchdowns to go along with 409 rushing yards.
It's a lot.
Yeah, in only 11 starts and 2 rushing scores.
And only 1 design quarterback run.
16 fantasy points per game in his starts. That would have been good for high-end quarterback 2 numbers. So in his second year, he's got the makings of a QB who can leap into the low-end QB1 kind of range. His offensive system is improved. He's got an upgraded supporting cast, offensive line, receiving core. He offers dual threat ability. There you go. It helps vault him into the next level. And Josh McDaniels is now the offensive coordinator again. He knows how to build schemes around player strengths. So I expect a lot of play action, run-pass option, boosting May's overall rushing upside.
I like it.
All right. What is yours, Caps?
Floor?
Yep.
Dak again.
So he loves Dak. You're a Dak guy.
Yeah, if he's healthy, it's tough to
Are
argue
you picking Dak in this vacuum?
Yes. Yeah.
Who's your pick?
Drake May.
Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Wow, you love Drake. You gotta love the Drake. I hate the Drake.
Hate the Drake.
$5 and a pot. That's.
We got a few going. You want to add this one?
You want to add this one?
Yeah.
So you have Dak, I have Purdy, and you have
Drake May.
Most with 5 per passing or 6, or what do we do? 5?
We'll do 5 for passing. That's fair.
Just what we've been talking about. 5 per passing, right?
Yeah. Well, usually we do 4, but we'll talk about that later. Last tier, Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, J.J. McCarthy, and C.J. Stroud. I did not have an upside here, but I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence. Just it's not a floor at all. There is no floor. But this is Liam Cohen. This is Travis Hunter. You love Brian Thomas.
I do love Brian Thomas.
Pass catching running backs. The opportunity for this offense to a weak division. Trevor Lawrence actually living up to, for once, his top over, not only the number 1 pick, but the most generational quarterback we've seen since Andrew Luck. We've all heard that. It's been terrible outside of that 1 playoff win. Give me Trevor Lawrence.
I'm going to go with J.J. McCarthy and the team that won 14 games with Sam Darnold under the helm last year. So, for me, good coaches matter when it comes to scheme and fantasy football. And one of the few that actually has a scheme that is super friendly to QB fantasy scoring is Kevin O'Connell. So all 3 seasons under Kevin O'Connell as the head coach has featured an extremely pass-heavy scheme with at least 80% of offensive touchdowns coming through the air. That resulted in the top 12 fantasy finish each year for their respective quarterback. So McCarthy, he's a bit of an unknown, right, with a missed entire rookie year with a knee injury, but he's young. He should be back healthy. His talent, he's got the pedigree, he's got the draft capital. All that's unquestionable. He's the unquestioned starter. He's arguably got a top 3 supporting cast around him. I mean, he's got Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he does.
So perennial All-Pro. So I kind of love the upside of J.J. McCarthy.
And underrated scrambler athletically. And I'll add to my Trevor Lawrence pick here is Baker Mayfield's increased rushing last year under Cohen. Trevor Lawrence is more athletic than Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
And there's a world where Trevor Lawrence has Trevor Lawrence is a gazelle, man. He just doesn't have a run. There's a world where he has 350 yards and 5 touchdowns rushing, which would vault him into a starter.
5 touchdowns is a lot.
It's not the 20.
I mean, Dak used to have 6 a year. You don't think Trevor Lawrence could do that?
Oh man, that's tough.
Not quite as thick, but what do you have for your upside, Caps?
My upside for it's going to be Jordan Love. This is one guy that I for lack of a better term, I'm in love with. So I was looking back at, I know this includes a couple of Aaron Rodgers MVP years, but since LaFleur has been the head coach of the Packers, they've averaged 34 touchdown passes per year, right?
And that includes 2 Jordan Love years. So
and so his first year as a starter, 32. Last year, 25, missing 2 games and
being hurt,
going on, plus no receivers. The upside there, I think Love has 40 touchdown upside.
Wow,
spicy.
I really do.
I love it. And I have Jordan Love as my floor. And another guy where we did see him run his first year. Last year, obviously, no chance to run with his ankle injury. But I think he's the floor play for me just because I can't put him on the upside just because the passing game weapons aren't what these other guys have, right? So where like it has to be him doing it more, where McCarthy can just trust the system. Trevor Lawrence can trust his 2 generational receivers and a good coordinator. Love has to more do it himself. Now the system's good for Love. I just don't, and I love Kraft.
I was going to say outside of Kraft, Gronk 2.0.
It is Gronk 2.0. That's my floor, and also my pick is Jordan Love in this range.
Jordan Love is also my floor.
Give me your floor and your pick.
Jordan Love's my floor. It was a disappointment last year, but I'm going to throw that out. He had a 4,000 passing yard. You mentioned a 32 touchdown finish in 2023. So, and you could argue that ankle injury that he suffered not only affected his performance, but the overall approach to the offense, how Matt LaFleur designed it.
25 touchdowns.
I know.
Right.
And it was sloppy,
and he had
too.
on 150 fewer attempts.
Games. Yeah.
Despite this, he averaged 9 yards per pass and yards per completion last year. His touchdown percentage was up, so it's a pass-friendly offense. And I know it kind of said the opposite with Josh Jacobs, but there's enough meat on the bone for both the offense and the running game and the passing game to kind of feast here. It should be a return to form for Jordan Love. So he's my floor and my pick.
You know why it's Jordan Love? Is because they went 2-0 with fucking Malik Willis. So LaFleur can literally make Malik Willis be a serviceable NFL quarterback.
They got a rotating cast of wide receivers. You're not going to pick one, but that means good things for the offense.
Who's your floor?
If it's within 3 yards, they're going to rush with Jacobs. If it's 5 yards or further, they're going to pass with Love, and they're going to score 70%.
Is Love your floor and pick?
Yeah, Love is. Yeah, no, because so
you're going Love across the board.
I originally did it was here's the way I wrote it. My upside was Dak. I considered Lawrence. I changed it to Love. My floor was Love, and my vacuum was Dak. But now it's Love.
Vacuum.
Wow, so you love Love. All right, he loves Love. We'll be back
Really
with another exercise here.
What's love?
Well,
And it's been a complete joy.